Good salespeople have always done target marketing, but a real definition of target marketing is to think of groups of people with common needs, characteristics, and communication links. But the other thing is, it's not just that. It takes a lot more to be truly successful in a target market. You really need to think of size and scope. You need to think about your willingness to commit to the market, your passion for the market, your ability to access the market, and you really need to have a plan to execute and perhaps a coach to hold you to that plan. We'll be talking a lot about these things in the moments ahead. I do think that target marketing really is still relevant, and in financial services we really need to stop and think about the people that brought it to this industry, and that's people like Richard Wileman and also great general agents like Chuck Mascott and Joe Naselli, Gary Daniels, and Harry Hoopus. What they did is they recognized a true value in target marketing and taking those concepts into their firms locally and even building marketing centers around target markets and helping their agents build reputations within target markets. So that was a huge leap forward for our industry. But now we have to think about the global age that we're living in and the digital age. It's interesting that even though a lot of the baby boomers built these wonderful large companies that many of us call our employers, people in the general public almost have a pre-baby boomer mentality in a post-baby boomer world. And what I mean by that is they want the feeling that they're doing business with somebody very locally. They want more of an intimate dialogue, especially when they're talking about their families and their businesses and their financial portfolios. So we really need to think about this and find out how we can access them more effectively. This takes curiosity, study, persistence, organization, and action. Whether it's because of 9/11 or because of modern technologies like TiVo and Facebook and Twitter, or maybe all of the above, people really do want to be home and be in their own network more. So we've got to figure out new ways for accessing that network. And that's what makes target marketing so exciting in the digital age. Because actually there's so many websites right now that are really a target marketer's dream. LinkedIn.com is approved by a lot of companies if it's used within certain guidelines. And that's really a marvelous technology that can be used very professionally and can open up a lot of doors because it not only goes into your network, but it gives you a peek into other people's networks and who they might know. So that really warms up a lot of introductions for recruiting as well as for prospecting. There's other ones like Google Alert. Google Alert has been around for many years now. It's so simple, but a lot of us aren't doing it. If you're interested, for example, in the landscapers market in New Hampshire, you can set a Google Alert with a couple of keywords, and every morning you're going to get something on your computer desktop that says something about what's going on in that industry in your geographic marketplace. Another way we can use the internet is all kinds of target marketing websites. One that comes to mind is meetup.com. Now, of course, like anything on the internet, you're going to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes you'll have a pearl in the oyster, but other times, it's not going to be profiling people that you really have a lot in common with. But at the same time, websites like meetup.com have all kinds of lifestyle and enterprise groups that are meeting all over this country, and you can get a chance to approach the leader of that group, find out a little bit about them and about what their group's all about, and see if it's a good fit for your target market. An approach that's really worked for a lot of financial advisors is something called the Market Development Pyramid. And it's really a four-tiered approach to building a relationship with a target market. It starts with researching a market and all of the tactics you need to do in order to effectively research that market and understand it. That would be like visiting target marketing research websites on a regular basis, knowing who the people are in the market, doing some interviews and surveys in the market, all of those things that help build your knowledge and understanding about the target market. The next level of tactics are called reach tactics, and those are all the things that we do to build awareness for our our presence in the market. That's like an announcement letter just saying that we specialize in the market. Say it's nurses in Cook County. We want to say we specialize in that market, so we might send an announcement letter just saying that. Maybe it's getting an article into the Cook County Nurses Association newsletter. That would be a great reach activity. There's other things that we could do, like using a couple of company brochures. When we reach out to the market, we're not always expecting an immediate response back from the market, but we just really want to let our presence be known. The next step, though, is response, and this is an important category because, of course, this is where we schedule appointments and hopefully get paid at the end of the appointment. So response activities are things like trade shows, seminars, personal introductions to other people of importance in the market. All kinds of things that we could do to interact with people, like a direct mail letter that invites them to a seminar that specifically talks about the market. So anytime that you're doing a marketing tactic that requires some kind of response from the market, like attending a seminar geared to nurses in the retirement plan, that's a response activity. And then lastly, our goal is to get to the relationship strata of the pyramid, and that's really where it pays off. That's where we've earned our reputation to own the market. So sometimes it could take 6 months to get there, and some markets it might take 2 or 3 years, depending on our approach. But that's the goal. The beauty of this whole pyramid strategy is that it gives financial advisors a sequence so that they don't leap right to the response activities, but they understand they need to earn it by understanding the market in the research tactics, reaching out to the market, and then ultimately getting to the response and the relationship that's desired. A big part of sustaining your interest and your success in the market is choosing the right market in the first place. That's incredibly important. But once you feel like you've done that, and one way to test that is ask yourself the question, would I be interested enough if I owned a business in this market, or if I was a professional in this legal profession or this accounting profession myself? Do I have enough passion that it would sustain my interest as a career? That's a great way to test if you've picked the right target market for you. But once you feel confident with that, just think about the ancillary markets that might support that market. For example, the pet industry. You know, yes, there's retail stores, but there's all kinds of people that support the pet industry, whether it's veterinarians, whether it's wholesalers, whether it's healthcare for pets, there's even insurance for pets. So there's a lot of other markets and directions you can go, even with that one industry. Then, to sustain your interest, when you feel like you're stagnating a little bit, it's great to go back to the pyramid and just look, have I researched the market enough? Have I reached out to the market in as many ways as I can? Have I gotten the response I want from the market, and if not, why? And have I sustained and built a couple of relationships in the market that are going to sustain me over time? So once you feel like you've checked these things off, then share your plan with a manager, with a coach, with a friend, with a spouse or partner, because you'll need to ask them to help you hold on to that plan, hold on to that vision for what you can be in the market, and execute that plan. It's really important to ask people's help with that and to share the actual documented plan with other people. Another way that you can sustain your interest in the market and target marketing is pick up additional markets over time. Once you get to the response and the relationship phase of a particular target market, you can start looking for some other markets, maybe still in the business category. For example, small business markets. Maybe you started with women business owners, and then after you felt like you've really owned the marketplace to some degree in your geographic location, you've added family business owners. So you're still within the business owner marketplace, but you've added another category to it that call yourself a true specialist in the market. The one thing to keep in mind, however, if we start adding other target markets, is again, as target marketers, we do not want to be all things to all people, because that makes us like everybody else. We really want to earn the right to be true specialists in our target markets. So we need to honor that and approach the markets in the same way so that we really can be specialists in our markets. Take the time to research your markets. Really understand what's meaningful to the people in your market. For example, just because I'm a women business owner doesn't necessarily mean mean I have something in common with other women business owners. You need to find out a little bit more about my business and about my values before you can make that determination. Also, build your plan. Your plan should include your vision, it should include your objectives, the challenges you feel like you're going to confront, and your action items. Share that plan with other people that you trust and that will help you stick to your plan. There's more information available, programs, tools, and other ideas at thegallaghergroup.net. Feel free to check that out, and you can always email me at tricia@thegallaghergroup.net for more information.